Hey guys, so first before I begin, I want to apologize. So someone points out that when I talk about like stuff like rape, self-harm, bullying, I don't put trigger warning in the right. I should. So if I did trigger any of you guys, I do apologize. From now on, will say trigger warning if there's any harmful stuff in this video. So this video will have a trigger warning. It does contain bullying, self-harm, and starvation, if that counts. So if you're not okay with any of these, go click on another video. Anyways, enough me talking. I hope you can forgive me. Let's get into this video. You're Oikawa's girlfriend. Even though you went to Kurasuna High and was on and was one of the managers, you didn't let that stop you and his relationship. The constant fangirls, you got used to the constant fangirls, but the constant fangirls were so jealous of you. Like, you get to have Oikawa out of you of all people. He was usually one of the quiet kids in the back. He didn't talk much, and he was kind of shy. And then the girls can see why Oikawa is so into you. Sometimes would make comments, leave nasty notes in your locker or inside your desk. But you try not to let that get to you. But it started getting to you when they started fat shaming you. They always made comments about your weight, but every time Oikawa would walk in, they would act like they did absolutely nothing. And you were starting to believe that they were right. Most of the girls who loved Oikawa was super slim. He was a bit chubby. You were starting to get worried. You thought he might go for someone else because they're more skinnier than you. You started working out, but nothing seemed to help. So, you decided to go on a starvation diet. You didn't eat or have anything. You just drank water and every now and then have a granola bar or two to count as a meal. Other than that, you ate absolutely nothing. Oikawa seemed to notice this. Every time he would try to take you out to eat, he would always buy something simple like salad. Usually he would buy burgers, fries, waffles, pancakes, any of that, but now you're just barely eating. He questioned you about it, and you just lied, saying that you wasn't in the mood for anything junky, which he knew was a lie. He wasn't obsessed with junk food, but he do like it. Over the course of the days, he started getting sick, but he didn't round it up to you not eating. He got even more and more sick. He would have constant stomach aches from not eating, and he would just take aspirin to make the pain go away, or Tylenol to make the pain go away. Cut out the aspirin part. I didn't realize aspirin's for headaches. Oopsies. He would just take Tylenol to make it go away. But over time, he didn't know that he was overdosing on Tylenol. You took at least 2 every day. Well, actually, no, 4 every day. 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, to make the stomach pain stop. If you're lucky, you would spare yourself and make yourself have yogurt. But other than that, absolutely, positively nothing. You were starting to get skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. One time he was walking home, and Oikawa ran up to you. "Hey, baby," he'd yell out. "Your Prince Charming's here." He grabbed your wrist. Then he realized how bony it was. "Baby, are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm Prince Charming. I'm okay. Let's go." Or whatever you say, princess. He had a look of worry on his face. He never realized he was this skinny. The constant bullying still went on, even though he was skinnier than most girls. He was a teenager, about 16. He was supposed to weigh at least 125, but now he was only weighing a good 98 pounds. Of course, he refused to go to the school nurse because she'll do her daily checkup and she'll find out that you're too skinny. But eventually, you got forced in there. The nurse saw what your weight was and started prescribing you to eat more. But of course, he didn't listen to her. He didn't want to become that fat person again. Of course, the bullying didn't stop. It just kept going on and on. You tried to cut yourself multiple times, but you couldn't bring yourself to it. The only reach you can get was getting the knife to your wrist, but then you chickened out of it. But you was glad you did. Oikawa noticed that he wasn't getting any fatter. He was just staying skinny and was getting even more skinnier. He was starting to get worried about you. One day, he was at his house. Hey, princess? Oh, yeah, Oikawa? What happened to you? What do you mean? He said. I know I'm not trying to be mean right now, but usually you've been so skinny lately. I'm not saying that's a bad thing for you to be in shape, but I think you're too skinny. Look, I can take my pinky and my thumb and wrap it around your wrist. Like I said, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. You started to sound weak. Baby, you okay? I'm fine. You started hyperventilating. Come on. Oh, shit. Next thing you know, you passed out in his lap. He felt your neck. Your pulse was slowly fading. Shit, he yelled. He quickly called the police, an ambulance to be exact, and rushed you to the hospital. You was hooked up on life support. When the doctor saw your weight, they're so surprised. You only weighed 78 pounds. That was totally not normal. You was around the weight of a newborn baby. When they told Oikawa this, he knew something was up. You was in a coma for 2 days straight. They were force feeding you to keep you healthy and alive. When you woke up, Oikawa was sitting on your bedside holding your hand super tight. Oikawa? You moved your hand. Right, he said. You could barely talk. He knew what you meant. He went over there and turned off the lights and sat back down next to you. Oikawa, what happened? As soon as he said that, he started breaking down into tears. Oikawa, why are you crying? Calm down, please. Why? He started saying. What do you mean? Look around, listener. Why have you been eating? You're in the hospital now. You could have died. He said, squeezing your hand more tightly. Oikawa, please stop yelling. And your hand is too tight. You let go. I'm sorry. I'm just so worried about you. I couldn't go on without you. You couldn't put the right words. I'm sorry I did that. I was just... Use what? He said. Just insecure. Insecure? Why? You're the most beautiful person in the world. Why would you ever be so insecure? The girls, the fangirls. What do you mean the fangirls? They always made comments about how you may never like. You're just using me to look good. Just because you look, if you're dating a chubby girl, it will make you look like a better person, he said. Oikawa's hands were shaking. He had balled them up in a fist. He never felt so angry in his life. They always made comments about my weight. I was getting super insecure because all of them were skinny and you probably would love them more and you were just probably using me for popularity. I know it sounds stupid for me to believe them, but it happens so often now, starting to wondering if it's true. Oikawa shook his head. That will never be true. I don't love you just for popularity reasons. I know sometimes it could be a stuck-up brat, but still I really do care about you. But you're not lying about the brat part. Listener, how dare you? I'm trying to comfort you and you're calling me a brat, he said, turning around the chair, folding his arms. Okay, but being serious now. Promise me you'll eat more and this will never happen again? I promise. He stretched out his pinky. Pinky promise? He chuckled. All right. Pinky promise. Good.